As we're going to get started, appreciate you coming on today. What I want to cover over the next 10 to 15 minutes is just take you through the LinkedIn Groups feature, which is out there. In short, if you already have a LinkedIn profile, I'm going to assume that you've created the profile is set up correctly. I've done a few webinars on that in the past. Once you get to the point where you've created your profile, obviously you're starting to connect with people on a daily basis. The next level or the next area you want to start to play with is the LinkedIn group area. And you'll see under interests, I'm just going to put my mouse there, there's a tab called groups. And if you click on groups, what you're going to see is you're going to see all the groups that I'm currently a member of or that I have created. And I'm a member of about 50 groups. And I kind of created a little sheet here that kind of just clearly shows the purposes of groups. So there's two things you can do with a LinkedIn group. One, you can just be a member of somebody else's group. And if I go in here and I click on, let's see, what's a good one to go on? I'm going to go into Insurance Marketing Masterminds, okay? I'm a member of this group. You'll see up here in the upper right-hand corner, there's about 3,000 members, okay? And let me just kind of erase that for you. Okay, so the purpose of being a member of a group, there's kind of a few things you can do. One, you can just go in there and talk with other people that are members, okay? And that may benefit you if you join a group that may have your target market in it. Two, you can go and post what are called discussions. And, you know, you'll see a few discussions in here. You know, do you stop and sharpen your saw? Something, you know, 22 mortgage tips. You know, in the end, this group is likely filled with mostly insurance agents, which are my target market. So occasionally, I will go in here and I will promote some of the webinars I'm doing, some of the trainings I'm doing, and I'll promote my services because I know that my target market is going to see it. So that being said, what you guys may want to do after today's webinar is go into LinkedIn, click on groups, right? And, you know, just kind of search for your target market. And the way you can do that is by typing into the white box up here. So, you know, let's say you're looking for, you know, New York business owners. Let's see if I kind of put that in and see what kind of comes up. Of course, if I could type, that would be helpful. So I've typed in New York business owners. Let's see what comes up. And here you go. Here's New Jersey, New York business owners and entrepreneurs, New Jersey, New York women and minority business owners. So I could go in, take a look at this group. You'll see there's 7,000 members, so it's a pretty nice size. And if I wanted to, click the Join button on the upper right-hand corner and become a member of the group. So that's one of the first things I did about 6, 7 years ago, was I said, hey, I got to find other ways to get in front of my target market that are free, that are quick, that are simple. And I went into the group area and just started to find groups with insurance agents in them, to be honest. And I joined about 30 or 40 of them. And like I said, anytime I was doing a webinar, anytime I was doing something that I wanted to advertise, I would go into these groups and I would just post something, okay? And that's kind of how I started. And, you know, I did get quite a few results from that. Now, the problem with that today in 2014 is people got smart and started to do the same thing. So you'll find that some of these groups have become very, you know, most of the discussions are soliciting type things and are not good. And the group itself starts to lose its value. So I kind of realized that about 3 years ago, and I said, you know what? I should create my own group, because if I create my own group, then I'm on the top of the pedestal and I control everything. So it's been about 2 years now, I created a group called, and I'm clicking on it now, it's called Insurance Agents, Social Media Tips and Strategy, okay? And you'll see that over the last 2 years, this group has organically grown. I have 4,781 members. It's the greatest thing since sliced bread for me because, one, and I'll kind of revert back to my sheet here, one, I'm in control, okay? I control what is said in the group. I have the ability, if I want, to send an email out to every member of the group. So think about it realistically. You know, most of you guys are always looking to get your potential clients' email addresses. And this group, for me, becomes that. I actually don't physically have their email address in front of me, but you'll see up here at the top, because I'm the administrator of the group, I'm circling these administrative tools that I can control. So I can go into the group and click on Manage. If I can get rid of this highlighter, bear with me. I can click on the Manage button, and over on the left here, you'll see Send an Announcement. And I just sent one a few days ago, but long story short, you can send out an announcement once a week to your members, and it gets emailed to their email addresses. For me, this has become a very powerful tool because, one, the group continues to grow on a daily basis. So every week, every month, I know I'm going to have 50, 100 new people that my messages are going to go to, that my marketing are going to go to. And most of the time I do trainings, and I market those trainings out, and people attend them. There's no reason that if you're a healthcare reform specialist, if you're a liability specialist, that you couldn't be doing quick webinars as well and promoting them through the groups. But my point is this. My point is it grows organically, and it gives me the ability to get in front of new people. So I know that sounds terrific and the greatest thing ever, but the problem you're going to have, not the problem, the challenge you're going to have is, hey, how do we design a group that people are going to want to join? Nobody's going to want to join I Sell Insurance, and come listen to me talk. No one's joining that group, right? So the challenge for you guys is to figure out how do we come up with a group that offers information that people want. Make no mistake, guys, the reason people join my group is because I offer social media tips and strategy for free. There's companies out there that charge thousands for that kind of stuff. I'm willing to give it away, and if you kind of scroll down, you can see, I have posts that, teach you how to post during the holidays, new Facebook group, insurance, just basically all sorts of tips. Probably once a week, I put a really good tip, 3 steps to be successful. Just stuff like that people see and they go, this is very valuable. And they join the group and they refer all the people they know to join the group. So that's the challenge for you as an agent. If you're going to go and create your own group, what is going to be the topic that people are going to search for and see as valuable? And that's the difference between having a group with 2 people in it and having a group with 2,000 people. So about 2 years ago, I offered a similar training. And one of my clients went about trying to create a group. And I'm actually a member of it. I'm really proud of what they've done. Let me just kind of see if I can find it. One of the problems with having so many groups is you can't find it. Okay, so here it is. It's called Connected in the Lehigh Valley. And these guys, as an agency, they specialize kind of in senior solutions, annuities, life insurance, Medicare, retirement solutions. They created a group called Connected in the Lehigh Valley. And for those of you that don't know, the Lehigh Valley is in Pennsylvania. It's kind of the central eastern part of the state. Anyway, created this group about 2 years ago, and he reaches out really to people in those areas and posts a lot of specific things. The guy's got basically 2,700 members. So my point is it can actually work. It does take time. You have to know what you're doing. You have to come up with kind of something that's going to work. Now, you'll notice that this group says nothing about Medicare. It says nothing about retirement solutions. He went with more of a regional approach. And people who are coming in and clicking on groups, they're putting in Lehigh Valley and seeing this as a networking group. So it's grown and they've joined. Really, the only thing that's important is does the group grow organically? Are you getting more potential target market that you can get in front of? And then obviously you want to try to control the content in the group so people take it seriously. And again, this guy, and there he is, Frank, they promote certain things. They're very strategic with what they release, but they do a good job, and the group has grown, and I think it's really, it's really gotten to the next level. Now, what he does is, I believe he does market the group outside of the internet. He does tell people at his meetings, the people he meets with, go join my group. We do a lot of stuff. You can network with other people in the area, and that's how the group has grown. But make no mistake, guys, this is kind of the next level, and I would say that probably 8 out of 10 brokers that try this end up failing. So what you want to do before you go creating a group and wasting time, because it does take a lot of time and effort, and the difference between success and failure is a lot about momentum and being consistent with it. The first thing you want to do is you want to go and join some groups. And that's what I suggest everyone does today. Go to LinkedIn, click on interests, click on groups, and just go searching for groups that may be similar to the ones you want to create. So you can study your competition, see what's out there, and then try to create a group that's better. Then you can go into that group. Like that was one of the first things I did. You'll see down here, there's somewhere, here's one, social media marketing for insurance agencies, right? I joined this group first. I tried to see what they did. And, you know, at the end of the day, it was garbage. It was a bunch of spam. There really wasn't that much stuff in here. So I knew that I would create a group that actually offered tips on this. And then I would go in and I would post a discussion that said, hey, are you sick of this group because it's all a bunch of garbage? If you actually want real, you know, social media tips, join this group. Next thing you know, I got 100 people joining it in 10 minutes. So my point is there is a lot of strategy involved. There is a lot of momentum involved. You don't want to take, you know, you don't want to go this route, obviously, until you have your profile set up. So my kind of final tip is you know, and I've mentioned this before a lot of times. The key to success on LinkedIn is to have your profile perfect. And the reason I say that is because once you start joining groups and once you start connecting with people and messaging people, what happens? These people take a look at your profile. They come in, they read it, and if it makes sense, hey, maybe they want to do business with you. But if you have a profile that's not set up correctly, it's not 100% done, then all these external tools, you're not going to be able to get the impact you want to get because people don't understand how you can help them. So that's really the true tip of today is, you know, go in, make sure your profile's set up, make sure that your summary tells people who you help, how you help them, and how they can request your help. That's the most important thing. And you'll see my profile does that. Who do I help? Here's who I help them. Why am I unique? And here's how you get started. Email me. You know, that really is the difference between a good profile and a rookie profile. So, guys, hopefully this was helpful.